by this point in the Justice League movie, the color palettes are so colorful that people start to be attracted to the CGI. As you see this replay here, those purples in the background are just a little too sharp. Remember, Darkseid's forces are supposed to be intimidating, almost horrific. And so the darker tones are supposed to typify that, like what we see when we see Steppenwolf in that underground cavern with all the other parademons. So I think those really bright colors sometimes take away from that. So they need to tone down on the colors. They can keep the intensity, but tone down on the colors. That's my constructive criticism. Here, this is fine. All on this part is fine. But right here, right there, that section right there and there, it kind of looks a little too CGI-ish. And yes, it's supposed to be comic booky, but it's a little too bright. Okay? So I would tell them to tone down on those colors. Take them down a notch. Use a filter because you want it to look horrific, kind of like the Matrix. There's a kind of feel I'm getting there, a Matrixy like feel, but a little too much color in there. Finally, this looks awesome, this final set piece right here. And basically, it shows that Batman is taking down what seems to be some sort of force field or something of the parademons that Steppenwolf has created in this particular area in the world. So I think people are seeing it as CGI because of the color palettes and the color tones, and it kind of feels Marvelish. Certain parts in the movie feel a little bit Marvelish. You know, when Wonder Woman clips up the sword she whips up the sword from the ground and it falls into her hand. It feels very robotic and a bit Marvelish. So you want to tone down from that. Now I know Marvel fans are gonna love this because of the colors and stuff, but I really am not into that. I'm into realism. So you want to make it imposing and realistic as possible. I know that this thing was intensified. I see they did some more CGI on top of the CGI they already did from the past trailers. I would suggest to them they tone down on the colors. You can't be so bright with the colors. You have to tone it down. I know they said the movie was a little too dark, but you need to tone down on your color palettes. So that's all I got to say about the movie. Everything else seems to be very fine. I love the choice of music. I like the tone of the movie. Let the movie be what it is. Keep it kind of dark. Just make sure I can see it. You know, I need to see it. It must be so dark I can't see it. But other than that, I think everything else is good.